Hello YouTube, it is ChampionDJK coming at you again with another video, and today I've got a pretty cool one for you. We're going to look at some Ertl. We're going to look at some Ertl basic castings, some older 1/64 scale Ertl cars. Why is that exciting? Well, because it is. There's some cool castings in here, and I'm excited to look at them. I picked up this one off of an eBay seller. I picked up this one, actually. My buddy Jay hooked me up with this as a gift. And what a cool gift. I love, like, old school diecast. Like, I love the old stuff, whether it's Hot Wheels or Matchbox or just some, like, more obscure brands. Ertl really isn't an obscure brand, but in the 1/64 scale space, they are kind of obscure. So let's take a look at this packaging here real quick. So it is, it's worse for wear here. It's not in the best shape. Of course, that does not matter one bit to me because I'm going to open up these cars. Kind of cool retro packaging, though. It looks really, really neat. So this is the Ertl Cars of the World pack. And made in Hong Kong for the Ertl Company, Dyersville, Iowa. So if it's made in Hong Kong, it's probably fairly old. I do not see any sort of indication of date on here, and that's okay. We just don't know, and we won't know, and that's fine. I mean, I could probably look it up. Maybe we could figure it out. The other thing I got here is Road and Track Diecast metal Datsun Nissan Nissan 280ZX Turbski, and this is also made by Ertl for Road and Track. Now, is there a date on this one? This one has a date of 1986, the Ertl Company. This is made in China. So, judging by that, if this is made in China and this is made in Hong Kong, this is probably newer than that. Just guessing. I'm guessing that that's likely the case, which means this was probably made just before it, maybe. So I would say early 80s, maybe like 82, 83, somewhere along there. But we're going to open up all this. We're going to open up all this and check it out. I'm going to arrange the camera here back to like a ground level, and we'll take a look. I think the first thing we're going to open is this Road and Track, which is actually in really good shape. Like, the card is in pretty good shape. There's a little bit of a rip back here, but it's not, like, yellowed. It's still kind of crispy. It's got some, like, handwritten number on the back, which is a little weird. And then, this thing's falling off the card, but other than that, it's in really good shape. So let's check this out. Road and Track. Yeah, it's a pretty decent car. So one thing you will see with these is they're very, very basic. This is replica. It's a replica Datsun 280ZX Turbo. See, Dyersville, Iowa, USA, but made in China. There's number 10 there on there. This has a plastic base and plastic tires. Rolls really well. It's got the tires with like just one little ridge there that they roll onto. Stance-wise, it looks pretty good. Quality-wise, it looks pretty good. There's 0 deco on it. And I think all of these are going to have pretty much 0 deco on them. So if you're a customizer, you wanted to doll it up a little bit, you could definitely do that. These are nice castings. Like, this is a pretty decent casting with this. So if you put some pretty cool wheels on it and stuff, you could make a really cool custom with it. Not that you would want to necessarily with something this old, but this is really neat. I'm glad to have this in my collection. This goes into my Z collection, which I am trying to just knock anything that's in this like 3-inch scale model off for the Z's. So trying to get pretty much anything I possibly can get my hands on. So that's why I was looking for this, and I found this at a great price, like a ridiculously good price. So I went ahead and picked it up. So very, very, very cool to get that. And it's mint blister pull. It doesn't look to have any quality issues, so that is a fantastic one right there. Really liking that. And then, well, of course I'm really liking that. Proud of my purchase. And then we've got these. So we got a 57 Chevy, a 32 Ford Coupe, a Corvette Stingray, 57 Thunderbird, Firebird Trans Am, and a Ford Mustang Mach 1. We'll see how these fared the test of time. Now, the packaging probably got a little water damaged at one time. I'm not really sure. You know, it's not in the greatest shape. Wavy, it's old. Smells like a thrift store. And, you know, it's just got that kind of thing to it. And there's Cars of the World, which is kind of an interesting concept considering the fact that, oh, we're an American. Okay, that makes more sense. So there must be more sets of these. So this is American Classics, Cars of the World. So maybe there's, I don't know, Japanese stuff. I'm not sure. Maybe there is. Maybe a casting like this is in there. I'm going to have to check that out. So let's start at the top here. And one thing you'll notice with these is they are very heavy because they are metal. Look how pitted that base is. So 57 Chevy. You got Ertl, made in Hong Kong. Metal base, metal body. This is before they probably moved everything to plastic and to China. And this is your 57 Chev. Oh, we do have got some details up in the front there. Kind of interesting. We have an opening hood, which I'm very nervous about actually forcing open. But we did it, and there is a little bit of detail in there. Get that back shut. The paint, you know, there's a little bit of like scuffing and stuff on it. I think I could probably clean this up pretty good, though. I'm going to guess I can probably clean up. Who knows? Hopefully the paint doesn't contain lead or something crazy like that. I don't know when they stopped using lead paint, but Anyway, just forget I said that. We got, metal base, pitted metal base, metal body. Really cool, though. Really cool to get that little 57 Chevy. I kind of like the stance in it, how the wheels are kind of back a little bit. It kind of makes them look a little almost hidden back there. I don't know. It kind of looks neat. All right. Next is the 32 Ford Coupe. This one has a plastic base, metal body, and this is all metal too. Usually this piece is plastic when they make a 32 Ford. Spare tire, which is actually the same wheel as that is used for the actual model itself, which is kind of neat. And it actually turns right here as well, which is also kind of cool. This one appears to have some opening doors. We've got an extra plastic piece up here, plastic on the bottom. Let's see if we can get a door open. That one doesn't really want to. Ooh, ouch. It's got stabbed underneath the fingernail. That feels real good. And yeah, the door's open. Some detail on the interior. A little bit of it. Little bit. Not a ton, but some detail nonetheless. Almost looks like it's missing a steering wheel. I don't see one in there. But who knows? Maybe it never had one. Pretty cool. Normally when you get a 32 Ford, a lot of the times they're going to be like a chopped 32 Ford, like hot rodded out. That's typical when you get to like Hot Wheels, or even the M2 32 Ford was like that. Cool casting though. Really cool. Did not have a tooling of this or this, so it's really neat to get it and have it. Next we got another metal base. This is a 63 Corvette Stingray. And again, the metal base is very pitted. And, and that, these may have never been taken out of the package, and they get like that. We also have an opening hood feature on this one, and this one definitely has some paint rash. There's our opening hood. I always get nervous when you see a lot of pitted metal and like some paint rash like this, that like the metal is going to be like kind of crumbly and almost like you could push your hand through it. This still seems to be solid die-cast metal. However, the windshield has fallen into the car, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if I can fix that. We can try. I mean, we got nothing to lose, right? What would be the best way to do that? It's probably in through the wheel well. Let's see if I can just push it back up into place. And yeah, kind of got it. I mean, if you push it, there it goes. It's going to fall right back down, of course, but I could definitely just throw a little dab of glue on the top, push it up, and actually get it to stick if I wanted to do that. I don't know. Maybe just leave it like it is. It's got some character. Maybe it tells a story. I don't know. But regardless, this is kind of neat. And, you know, you can see some fatigue and stuff in here with all the pitting of the metal and all that. But it's old, right? Very old. All right, next is a 57 Thunderbird. In fact, if this is, 82, this is as old as I am. This one has a opening hood to reveal a minimal amount of detail underneath. Just a solid blue. We got some details up front. Again, the metal base is very much pitted. All of that. And other than that, it seems like it's in pretty good shape. Just giving it a sniff. It smells old. It smells old. Very old. Wait, does this have suspension? Or am I just bending the crap out of the axles? No, I think it's actually got suspension. I never really thought to check any of these. This, that does not. That does not. I don't know. I think I'm just bending the axles. It does feel like it, though. All right. Anyway, so a Thunderbird. Kind of cool. Old casting. Smells old. And, again, it's just another Ertl. It's just something interesting to look at, right? I like it. All right. This would be probably a highlight for me, obviously, because I'm a big Trans Am fan. Definitely not the best tooling ever of a Firebird Trans Am. So this one would be, front end look very Camaro. Is this? This almost looks like they just painted a Camaro like a Trans Am. That front end just looks more Camaro-ish to me for some reason. Am I wrong thinking that? What year is this? It doesn't say. Interesting. Firebird Trans Am though on the base. This one has opening doors, which I'm scared to open. Some scuffing and stuff on the top. This is why you open your diecast, right? Instead of it sliding around in here all the time. Very pitted metal base again, but still really, really cool to get. Really cool to have. They got the fire chicken on the front there. That is an actual, like, tampo. Or painted. I'm not really sure however they did it. Interesting. Kind of interesting. It does have some paint bubbling right here. And a little chip out of the corner there. But again, it's old. It's got character. And it's kind of cool. Definitely adding it to my odd brand collection. And it's going to be pretty sweet to have it. All right. Lastly, we got a Mustang. Ford Mustang Mach 1. This is like probably 71, 72, 73, something like that. And there's our front end there. We got no painted details on this one. Just straight up paint. Again, it's a metal base, so it's pitted. And again, we got some scuffing on the top. The paint's not in the perfect shape. But other than that, it's pretty decent. Doors open on this one, but again, I am very hesitant to play with them very much because it is very possible for me to break them. So we're going to kind of just leave them shut. Now, are these things perfect 1/64 scale models by any means? No, not at all. Are they cool though? Yes, I think they're cool. They're a piece of diecast history. Will I look for more of these? Maybe. I might look for more of these Cars of the World sets. Kind of see what's out there. Kind of an interesting little set. I don't really care that the castings aren't like super mint and perfect. They actually look their age, which is fine with me. It's just they're good examples of of these toolings. So I really do like it, but I do also like that this one's like perfect. And it has a plastic base. It's manufactured somewhere else. It's newer, and adding this to my Z collection is fantastic. But getting this pack is also really, really cool. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You have any Ertl, old Ertl? Like, I love the Ertl Vintage American Muscle, which were the really detailed ones. It's cool to get these really old ones, though, too. The really old stuff, really kind of antique stuff, it's pretty neat to get and add to the collection. They're kind of survivors in that sense. And I'm glad I got them out of the package. They're going to get taken care of. They'll be frozen in time now. And so I'm happy with that. All right. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching another video. Hope you enjoyed this one. This will be in the vintage, older, secondhand playlist. So check that out if you want to see more videos with older stuff like this, or, you know, secondhand items and maybe second, third, fourth, fifth hand items. So check out that playlist if you want to see more content similar. That would be great. And of course, subscribe and all that stuff, because I show all sorts of different diecasts. If you're new to the channel, show all sorts of different stuff. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.